Hi PrimaBlockers, it's Matt here. I'm here to give you a little demo on how to get your first contribution set up. So if you've never contributed to a pool before, we're going to go ahead and do that today. Alright, so first things first, you're going to need two things. You're going to need the contributor link that your syndicate or your pool creator gave you. And the second thing you're going to need is a Ethereum wallet where you hold the private keys. It can't be an exchange wallet like Coinbase or Binance because they can't receive like ERC20 tokens in exchange from the ICO. So you want to make sure that you get the reward for participating in the pool, right? So make sure you get a wallet set up that can do those things. We have a list of supported wallets on our website, so please do check that out. I do encourage you to use either MetaMask, my crypto, or my Ether wallet. Those are great little applications to use to be able to accomplish a lot of the transactions and keep track of things. And they are built directly into our platform, as you'll see in just a minute. So feel free to go ahead and use those. So first things first, we're going to go ahead and use our contributor link. I'm just going to copy that and put it in our web browser. Now, if it was on a web page, you could have clicked on it, but for my purposes, I just put it in the notepad. Now, I created this pool on the Rinkeby testnet, and as your first time using our platform, I would actually create a pool on the Rinkeby testnet and just go through it yourself as a pool creator to see how that's seen from their end, and then you can actually contribute to the pool as a contributor with the same Ether address. And I have a tutorial video on that in a different video. But it is a good practice to do if this is your first time you're looking, for answers and you have questions. We do have that testnet set up, and it works exactly the same way as a regular pool. So I would encourage you to kind of go that route. So just to give you a quick overview, this is your wallet address right here, and because, like I said, I had MetaMask, MetaMask is telling our site that this is my wallet address that I want to contribute from. And that's awesome. It's really convenient. If you wanted to change that, you can just hit the wallet button here, and then you can enter your own wallet, or you can let it select for MetaMask. Either way, it's going to work for you. But I just prefer to use MetaMask or my crypto and my Ether wallet because it fills a lot of the information in for me. All right, so to continue the overview, you've got your total contribution right here for you. It lets me know that I've contributed 0 Ethereum at this time. This is the total fees of the pool, and if you hold your mouse over the little blue eye here, it lets you know kind of how that breaks down. So as the pool creator, I said 0 fees for this one, and then so it's just the 0.5, 0.5% PrimaBlock fee. Nothing has been contributed so far. I own nothing within the pool. The allocations, this is how big the pool can possibly be. The maximum per contributor is how much I could possibly contribute in the pool itself. So I could contribute a maximum of 50 Ether, and that's what it says right here as well. So those two things match. The minimum per contributor is the baseline that I actually have to put in this first time to be able to claim any part of the pool. I can always add additional Ethereum later at smaller amounts, but the first time I add something, it has to be at least this number or higher. All right. So far, nobody else has contributed to the pool because it's a test pool just for me to show you guys. So let's go ahead and do that, okay? We're going to go ahead and contribute some Ether. All right, I'm going to contribute 2 Ether from my Rinkeby test wallet. And I can tell it's my Rinkeby test wallet on the MetaMask because it says so right here. And I have that set up previously. So we're going to go ahead and hit submit here. And it pops up this transaction pane. Now, something really important to know, especially for your first time using our platform, PrimaBlock is actually pretty cool. It autofills a lot of this data for you, especially this data field and the gas limit. We've kind of predicted what those things should be for you. So if you see them, don't change them. They can cause you problems if you change them or delete them, so just keep them the same. These 3 applications kind of do a lot of that for you, which again is why I recommend them. In my case, I'm going to go ahead and use MetaMask. I'm going to submit that transaction to go ahead and say, hey, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and sign the smart contract, and I'm sending 2 Ethereum to you. Please send me some tokens back once the pool completes. It takes a minute to do sometimes, and so we'll just let it think about it. But while we do that, I just want to let you know that if you're looking for a specific smart contract, like you lost the contributor link, that kind of thing, but you do have the smart contract, you can actually type that in here, and our system will kind of search our backend for you and find it and pull up the contribution link. You also notice that I do have the register and login buttons right here. So that means I'm actually doing this without creating an account, which you can do. It's just that it doesn't really give you a whole lot of other information. So you're kind of limited in what you can see without actually creating a login. So I would recommend doing so. And I'll show you what that looks like in just a few minutes. But first, we're going to go ahead and just make sure that our transaction actually already went through. I'm going to open up a new tab, and then I'm going to go ahead and just copy and paste that same contributor link. Now, yep, our transaction already went through, and I can see right here that it's reflected, and it sees that my wallet has actually contributed to Ethereum. And it knows that because it knows what my registered wallet is, because I have the MetaMask installed, or I previously added a wallet using the change wallet feature. So you'll also notice that I have a button here that says I can withdraw the Ether, and you can do that at any time. You can withdraw your Ether to get out of the pool at any time, as long as the pool hasn't moved the Ethereum funds to the ICO, so it's not paid out to the ICO yet. Once that happens, your funds have been moved and they're locked. So if you are looking to withdraw your Ether ahead of time, make sure you keep tabs with the pool creator so that you know basically when they're planning to transfer the funds to the ICO. All right, so that is good to know. Let's see here. All right, so let's go ahead and, pool transactions. You can also keep track of the pool transactions down in this page too. You'll notice that I deposited something earlier and then I withdrew it just to test the function, which again is something I encourage you just to try, just so you can see how that works. And then I deposited the 2 Ethereum we just saw just now. Well, now I'm going to show you what happens when you actually log in. So it already remembers me because I've done this before. I'm going to log in, and because I've contributed and I've created pools before, PrimaBlock actually has kept track of that. So the pool that is open, as you can see, it's this one with the contribution of 2 Ethereum. I'm in the contributor tab right here, and here's the contract address. I can click on this, go back to the same contributor page, but what's kind of cool is that you can actually also withdraw your Ethereum from this pane as well. And if since I was a creator as well, I can actually flip the tab and look at all of the different pools that I've created. I can confirm my tokens, that kind of thing from here. So if you create an account on our website, it actually gives you a lot of extra access to features in our dashboard. And you can also use the add a wallet feature right here, and you can create a pool directly from our dashboard as well. And probably the last piece of advice that's the most important that I would give to you for your first time contributing to a pool is that currently PrimaBlock smart contract is not trustless, and that's very important to remember. So only contribute to a pool or a person or a syndicate that you really trust with your Ethereum. Okay, I want to make sure that everybody has a fair chance to get the rewards from the ICO, and that's why I want to make sure that everybody is for sure on board with trusting their pool creator and their syndicate. All right. As that being said, if you have any questions, feel free to ask us in our Telegram support channel. I'd be happy to kind of reach out to you via email as well on our email portal as well. So thanks very much for hanging with me today, guys. Good luck and happy pooling.